Welcome to Marlo Monday. I'm your host, Steve Reynolds. Not to say I'm at the tail end of a little cold, but the show must go on. Come rain or shine or bronchitis, there's always Marlo Monday. So this week we're going to expand on what we've been talking about. So far we've delved into some of Marlo's techniques and tricks and with just a deck of cards. But I had a chance to talk with Don England last year, actually, when he was here to visit. He would come from time to time and get a po' boy and some gumbo and a meat pie up the street. So we're sitting there in the bar, and I would ask him questions about his experiences with Marlo, and he told me that Marlo would really experiment with every deck of cards he could get his hands on. Now, we're kind of prissy sometimes with our cards, all these different brands, but we keep them nice and perfect. And if a deck doesn't work correctly, we throw it away. Oh, that's a horrible deck. But Marlo would not throw those cards away. He would experiment with those cards as well and find out what properties he could pull out, what applications those particular quote-unquote crappy cards could accomplish, how he could exploit them. And these experimentations he published throughout the literature. Another thing with regard to gimmicks, he would really work a gimmick, really figure out what could be done with it, and I think a good example of how he would expand the utility of a tried and true prop that most magicians have in probably their drawer, or if they actually perform, in their pocket. So if you take a look at, say, Arcade Dreams, you'll find a lot of the slum magic being expanded, exploited, and he would take the gimmick and use it in new ways. And so this is a great lesson. We look at the gimmicks that we have, the props that we have, and how can we turn it on its head? How can we use it in new and different ways? How can we make the trick more deceptive or more magical by combining gimmicks? Or, for example, the ball and vase, he had a handling with two gimmicks. This is a great example of that. So I'd love to share something very special with you, one of my favorite Marlo effects, and I think a prime example of how he would take a known prop and use it in a unique way. I think you'll enjoy it. Let's dive in. This week we're using Streamline for easy removal. That's good. So, for this effect we need 3 selections. But we only have one person here, so he'll play the part of 3. So D'Artagnan, if you would, please remove 1 card, and this will act as your selection as well as an indicator card. So, 2 of diamonds. You're going to place this card face up. And there we go. Now, what does it indicate? Well, the cards above and below the 2 will be the second and third selection. So if you would get a nice view of those cards. Okay. And we'll put those 3 off to the side, and you could have inserted between any 2 cards. Now, the plot thickens. 2 cards. Oh, and it's important that, we'll take the wallet out, that you check, and you can reach over here and check the wallet, make sure there's nothing in there. Nothing in there at all. I think I'll put the wallet back in there. Not that I don't trust you guys, but that's where it belongs. So now we'll take the first selection, lose it. Second selection, use it, lose it. Boom. And the 2 we will lose as well. Okay? Now, watch. The first card, or one of the cards, now flies into the pocket. Did you choose a king of spades?
Mm-hmm.
There's the card. Now, we do the next one. Actually, let's make sure and check that pocket. If you would, check it. Make sure there's nothing in there. Nothing in there?
Nothing in there.
I should have had, the card should have flown in there. Oh, maybe I should have had the wallet in the pocket. Let's look here. Oop. Oh, one has flown. Is that another selection?
Oh.
Whoa. Huh. And now we'll make your, what was it, a 2 of diamonds?
Right.
Fly to the pocket. What? But you checked it. There was nothing in there.
There's nothing in there.
So we'll have to make the magic happen.
Boom.
Boom. And so that is a use of the so-called lapel wallet as a holdout. See what he, and I'm not going to go through this whole thing. This is from volume 5 of the Marlo magazine under the convince and control section. You know, there's a lot of convince and controls out there, but if you look at what Marlo did with it, he really expanded the scope of what was possible with the convince and control. And as you can see, here we have a face-up card, and we switch 2 cards out at the same time. Very strong. He also uses the wallet as a holdout. He palms the 2 loads. As he takes it out, the spectator feels inside nothing. Now he goes in with an empty hand and removes the card, not from the pocket, but from the wallet itself. So he uses it as a holdout. So he's expanding the utility of this gimmick, which is normally just the loading wallet for card to wallet, which he uses in the for the second card. And the delivery of the presentation was slightly off when I did this just now. When you have the spectator check, you should make the magic gesture first, side steal the crimped card, and I'm not going to go into details on any of this really, just as general observation. Now you act surprised and say, wait, oh, you're right. Well, maybe I should have had the wallet in there. Now you go into the wallet and pull it out. So that's just a slight deviation there. Now you're loaded with the first card. See? So this is an excellent routining, a brilliant combination of ideas, and a great practical use of this standard item to really give you a nice, direct 3 cards to pocket and wallet. Marlo's Magazine, Volume 5. Thanks. We will now read from the Good Book of Solomon. A truly funny thing occurred at one of the Saturday sessions. Marlo was always intrigued by gaffed cards. After seeing me perform this effect, a double rising card from Solomon's Mind, 1997, he asked to see the gaff. At first I was hesitant, not because I didn't want to show it to him, but because he was very hard on gaff cards and would pull and bend them, sometimes breaking them. I did give it to him, and he pulled on it, and luckily it was strong enough to survive. Then he started taking the cards and inserting them into the gaff. Because he was not holding the deck with the proper pressure, the cards immediately shot out the back of the deck. He didn't see the cards shoot out because the restaurant was very dark, and Marlo, without his glasses, had very bad eyesight. He held the deck up to allow the card to rise, and nothing happened. He did the same thing again, inserting the cards and not noticing them shoot out the back. You should have seen his expression when nothing happened the second time. He said, "Damn thing doesn't work." I almost fell on the floor with laughter. Thank you, Brother Dave, and thank you for listening. Talk to you next week.